Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today we're in the 358 modifieds here at Fairbury. We were third fastest in practice. I feel like I get better when the track gets more worn out because this track's interesting. Usually in most of the cars that come here, like the street stocks, the limited late models I like to run here, you want to run the bottom first and then move up with the track. These cars are kind of the opposite. You kind of want to run the high side because it's faster, and then it wears out and then we go to the bottom, which is super interesting. I really like it. So hopefully we could get a pretty decent starting spot here. Don't smack the wall so our lap can actually count. Thought I was going to hit the wall there in 3. Ran a 7:32. Okay, that's the fastest I've ran so far. That's a pretty good lap. It's just so interesting on how this track dynamic is, running the high side first. 8:41 the second lap still isn't too bad. A lot of fast guys here. Top 4 guys are 1 through 4, just in different order. But that's a good lap. I'm happy with the time I ran. Nearly got the pole. Still got one guy left to qualify, but we have a lot of speed right now, so I'm very happy about that. It's going to be running for the top right in the beginning, and then we're going to move down as the track wears out, which is going to be real interesting on how that works out. But still got a guy left to qualify, so I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green. And actually, he's running right now, so he'll probably be done in like 12 seconds. And qualifying's over. We still held on to second because he was running his second lap there already. So decent starting spot, and being on the outside, not bad. Since the outside is fast to start off with. Better to start on the outside because the outside's faster first, at least. Usually you want to be on the bottom in the beginning. This is going to be a real interesting race. A lot of guys are fast here. Top 4 were super fast. Because the fastest time I ran before this race in the practice session was a 7:84. So that qualifying lap was amazing for me. I just like got the grip perfectly, apparently. But in the practice, the number 3 car ran like a 6:13. I don't know how the hell he got that quick, but that was a nice lap. But hopefully we could run pretty well here. Been a decent start to the season so far. We got first and second on dirt, and then in the modifieds on oval we got third. So it's been a pretty good start to the season. A lot of great racing, and hopefully we can continue with that. That'd be great. Everybody needs to get in. Yes, we're good now. No caution here. 35 laps. I thought it was gonna be 30 until I looked down. 35 straight laps here. These laps are gonna go by super quick though. Only, what, 8 people here in this race, I think? Because there were 16 that registered, and they split us up. Which is probably for the better. Because there was a couple people in my last practice session that were just wrecking all over the place, so I know they're not in my race. So maybe they're in the other one. Lap traffic shouldn't be that big of an issue. If it is, it's going to be like way later on.
Alright, man, we're going green next time.
But these cars tear up a track super fast, so we might be down to the bottom about halfway through this race. It'll be interesting to see how fast we do move down.
Alright, man. Pace cars in.
Turn 3 is super bumpy through it on the bottom. That was a weird start from before, but we actually had a pretty good start compared to the guys behind us, so I'm happy with that. Really gotta get right up on that wall and to be really fast. 4 car's messing up a little bit. Yeah, he's going in low. I'm going in high trying to get a good run off the corner. I'm getting a really good run in the middle of the corner on him. Trying not to run into his back end. A couple times in practice, I whipped myself around in the corners really bad. Hitting the wall with my back end. Two sideways there. Trying to stay off his bumper. I'm getting a huge run on him through these corners. Yep, hitting it like that. I can't wait till we move down. Or at least until this track gets worn out enough to where the bottom's fast compared to the top. Because I like the bottom a lot more at this track. I just smacked the wall way too much here. That's pretty much anywhere though. I hit the wall with my back end a lot, especially in late models. Late models is a lot worse than in these cars. Car straightened out really bad there. Line's getting thin up here already. Oh god, we got a couple wreck cars up here already. Holy crap, that guy's car is moving left to right instead of forward and backwards. The car's guy was like catwalking sideways down the track. That was weird to see. He really fucked up his car. Barely tapped the wall. I didn't feel it that time though. That's like the perfect way to hit the corners. If you get a contact 0x and you don't feel it, that's like literally scraping it perfectly. I want to get a good run on this guy and try to go low on him in the corner. Because you can make it work for one corner right now with the kind of speed you have coming off these corners on the high side. Top 4 of us are right on top of each other. It's just so tough to pass right now. Four car was super slow there. Try to go low here. You really just gotta roll it down there.
Outside. Just clear high. Clear high.
That's all it is rolling these corners.
Outside.
3 and 4 is definitely faster though. 3 and 4 is a lot faster up top. You have to be real careful to not hit these tires though. Those tires will flip you, spin you around, you never know.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
You can see how bumpy it is up here in 3 and 4, trying to keep some speed. That did not work out very well. The outside was still a little too dominant. At least in 3 and 4 compared to the bottom. Bottom in 3 and 4 is so slow. 1 and 2 is not too bad because it's not that bumpy through it. You have to be real careful through 3 and 4 though, because it's so bumpy. I could have probably tried throwing a slider, but I'd rather not at this track. Oh, don't do that. Don't want to get wheel damage, because you can get wheel damage on your front end real bad, like easily here. And it's stupid, like you'll barely touch it, and sometimes you get wheel damage. So do not want to do that. This outside's getting pretty worn out now. Kind of don't want to be up here anymore. At least not in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 are still fast up here for the most part. They have a little bit more leeway. I actually caught them a little bit too. That's real interesting. 1 and 2 is fast on the bottom now. We run it right at least. Three and 4 just doesn't have that speed on the bottom. That was a close one. I kind of went in low on that corner, and the 3 went higher than I expected into that corner.
All clear, all clear.
Good clean racing though, overall, up here. A lot of fun. Hit the wall there, it's not what I want. I think I'm just gonna stick to the bottom now so I stop hitting that wall. Hitting that wall is killing me. This lap car is gonna make it real interesting though on the bottom. That might suck for me, for the most part. Two car behind me is running the bottom, but he's running like a little bit higher than I am. In 1 and 2, it seems to be fast for him. I was way too bumpy through that corner. I hit the gas too much. Because if you roll the corner, it's a lot better than trying to gas it through 3 and 4. Just so you don't hit the bumps as much. This 2 is really good on the bottom here. But that bottom has lost me a couple spots that just sucked. I was going for lead on one of those spots, so I'm not mad about that. But the 6 car is fast running this wall. Like, he got better as this track went. Because he wasn't in the top 4 for qualifying. And the top 4 were by far the fastest in qualifying, but he has worked with this track very well. Like, he is running that wall perfectly. I love how much dust is being thrown around now. Like, it's so fun to see. Ooh, they all went low there. Interesting. 3 wide for the lead, but even though there's a lap car there, that lap car is not doing anything but being in the way. He should let off and just let everybody right here by. That would be the smart thing to do so he doesn't cause a wreck. 3 and the 4 get together. That lap car is still there. Oh, the 4 car's wrecked. 4 car wrecked from the lap car, I think. That's a rip. That really sucks a lot. He was doing really well. And now the 7 car gets out of it. Oh, the 2 got into him. That 7 car is just in the... Oh, Jesus. I don't understand why the lap car's even here. That lap car ruined everything for people.
What the hell was the lap car doing there?
There's the flag.
Just being in the way. Oh, Jesus, 6 car.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, that was a fun race.
Cheers, mate.
He's like Australian or something, I think. That lap car was so much in the way. Holy shit. Like, he completely changed the outcome of this race because the guys up here, very fast, and then they started getting 2 wide, 3 wide with the lap car, and that really changed everything. But we finished, what, 4th? That sucks. We're definitely going to lose iRacing.
Well, you're getting recorded.
That 7 car should have just backed out here. Like, you shouldn't be 3 wide with the leaders. Just back out. You're not racing for anything. There's 5 guys right here trying to fight for spots. Really 3 of them at the moment, but more people come in the way. I just don't understand. Lap cars don't understand how to be lap cars sometimes. Like, he's running up here, and that's why the 4 wrecked. They're almost 4 wide there for the lead. That's absolutely crazy. But the 4 is trying to stay off the 3, so he goes sideways, and then the 7's there, and it just catches his car and spins him around, which really sucks for the 4. That's just unfortunate all the way. Oh, I didn't even see that happen, I don't think. Because I think I was worried about, like, the lap car. I didn't see the 6 smack the wall like that. I was wondering why he slowed down so much. I did not see that, I don't think. And now he decided to slow down because he messed up a corner and got into the 2. Like, what the hell are you doing, dude? The 6 got into the 3 here, and I just didn't have time to check up. Luckily, we all didn't wreck. I don't know how we didn't wreck, because we were, like, completely sideways. Thought somebody would have smacked us. And 7 cars just in the way again, and then the 6 straightens it out, and we just fight it out for the last lap. But this lap car was so much in the way. If you're a lap car, learn to be a lap car. Holy shit. Like, that changed the complete outcome of the race, just completely, because the 4 and the 3 were having a great race. The 6 was running really great up there, and 7 cars just continuously in the way the whole time. So that's unfortunate for all of us up here. Was a great race overall, besides the last couple laps of the lap car being just absolutely in the way. So, but we finished 4th. Definitely gonna lose some iRating being car number 1 here. This camera, these cars are so freaking loud here in my ear. It's probably not as loud for you guys because it's probably turned down a little bit, but it's so loud at this track. It's ridiculous. It's picking up sound on, like, the other side of the track where the camera is. But that was an absolute mess of a race at the end, but it was a lot of fun. This track made for really interesting dynamics, running the top first and then the bottom second, but it didn't really get to the point where the bottom was super fast. The top pretty much stayed quick if you could run all the way up at the wall. So fun race overall. Definitely lose a little bit of iRating, which is okay, but just wish lap cars would learn to be lap cars. Hopefully he learned something out of that. Probably not, because he was just in the way the whole time. Didn't learn a damn things, but let's go see how much iRating we end up losing out of this. Alright, results are in. Strength of field was 2020. That makes some more sense for why that lap car was so much of a pain in the ass in the way. Strength of field was 2020. 2020 was awful. But had a fun race overall. Didn't have the fastest lap. The 3 car was very fast there. He was super fast there on the high side. We ran a 787. Just the top 3-4 guys, like 5 guys really, because the 4 was up there in the lead the whole time. But he actually had like the 5th fastest lap, which is funny. Oh, UK, that makes more sense. I have bad guessing of Accents. I guessed Australian, but they said cheers. That makes some more sense, actually. I'm just stupid. I lost 30 iRating. That sucks. I'm like, they gained, and I still had a double-digit number, a big double-digit number, and we lost 30. That sucks a lot, but that's all right. We had a very fun race up front. I wished we could have finished, like, top 3, because I felt like we had the speed for that. I just ran the bottom for too long. I thought that the bottom was going to work out. The 6 car is just super fast on that high side. 2 car kind of lucked out. He got unlucky and then lucky with the lap car. Just about everybody ended up with a 2X because of that lap car, I feel like, which really is just stupid. I think everybody ended up with a 2X from him at once, but oh well. Lap cars just need to learn to be lap cars. If you're a lap down and you're getting lapped and it's a dirt race, you're not going to get your lap back even if there's a caution. And there's in that race, there's no cautions. There's no reason for him to be running up there. There was nobody for position anywhere in sight by him at all. Like, he was probably half of a track behind anyone for position. So at that point, you see the 4 or 5 guys right there in your mirror. I would have just literally pulled down on a straightaway, let off, let them all by, and just ran behind them, because that's all you can really do. But instead, he kept running where he was and just made a huge mess for everybody. Yes, we have to get around him, but when the leaders are 3 wide and then he's there too, running as hard as he can into each corner, that doesn't help at all. And for a small track like that, being 3-4 wide isn't necessarily going to work out most of the time, which it didn't. But oh well, good win by the 3. He was super fast. Got the lead there towards the end. Unfortunate for the 4. That was just a heartbreak for him. He definitely should have finished like top 2, 3 at worst, I feel like. And the 2 really lucked out with the lap car there at the end. With the 6. Well, the 6 kind of got into the 3. But the 2 got slowed up from the lap car before that corner. So he kind of wasn't going to be there with us getting into us. And then the lap car is still in the way. But for the most part, very fun race overall. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race regardless, and it was a very interesting dynamic in that track, running the high side first and then the low side second, which really weird. Oh yeah, he has under 1300 iRating. That makes some more sense as well. That's such a low iRating. How was there another split below this? Like, hang on, what was this strength of field? I want to see. This strength of field for the other race was literally 892. What was car number 1's iRating? Under 1200. Holy shit, that's a low strength of field. I knew that there was another split, but I didn't realize some of the guys in my race were going to be that low. Usually it's like 17, 16, 1500 at the lowest, and which makes some sense, but already down in like the 12, 1100s, that's kind of crazy. Being in the top split, being 16 cars registered. That other split is so low. That's so funny. Appreciate you guys for watching as always. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see some more racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.